They test these words and these phrases
Correct.
in groups over and over again. They test what they're saying to you on the news, and they know what sounds. That's why they went from global warming, which stopped testing well, to climate change. This
Right.
encompassed everything. And now people are done with that. The hantavirus thing, that was gone before it even, the American people were like, nah, we're not buying it. They're using democratic socialists to imply that your vote still matters in socialism, but it doesn't. And so don't be beguiled by this. They put it in front of a focus group, and the focus group told them, if you say it like this, then more Americans will buy it. It is straight up socialism and communism. And I am an ardent opponent of that. And so were the founding fathers, and God is not for it either. Laser focused on progression among, being the best me that I can be. And I'm laser focused on protecting freedom, because I think that is a godly principle that Satan works hard every day to take away.
I agree.
He wants you to not have freedom. He thinks he can live your life better than you. That's what he wants. He wants to strip you of freedom. Where a man stands for freedom, he stands with God. Where a man stands alone for freedom, he still stands with God.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are standing up for freedom, you're in the right place. Whether you're alone or not, you're in the right place.
How can you stand for anything and not represent yourself and your voice that you are?
You may not like either. They don't like either
side.
side. They're frustrated with both sides, and I get it. But we're no longer in a Republican Democrat. This is, do you want freedom or do you want socialism?
Right.
I was having a conversation with the late guy the other day, and he didn't like what I was saying. I was like, the Democrats have been hijacked.
Yeah.
They now are the vehicle for which the socialists are pushing in this country. Hakeem Jeffries, he has no power over these folks.
Right.
They're electing whoever they want all over this country.
The DSA has been very clear about what their agenda is, and they've clearly usurped the party.
They have taken over the party. And they have now, and he didn't like hearing that. I said, what you were seeing in New York and Colorado and Seattle with Katie Wilson, who didn't even have a job. Her husband was unemployed, and now she's running a $9 billion budget. She also is a self-avowed socialist.
Yeah.
They want to take money from the people that work and give it to the other people. And it's part of what the fall of Rome.
They're brazen about it. It's unbelievable how overtly, outwardly spoken they are. Like, this is what our policy is. They do not care about what being a Democrat was. That is not it at all. And I thought it was really interesting how they slipped that in with Bernie back in 2015, because he was openly, I'm a socialist. The optics didn't look good at that time. So democratic socialism. And to your point earlier, the democratic part of it, that doesn't mean anything. That's just there because it looks good and makes people feel warm somehow. But no, it is outright, overtly, it is socialism. That's all
Folks,
they want.
they test these words and these phrases.
Correct.
In groups over and over again. They test what they're saying to you on the news, and they know what sounds. That's why they went from global warming, which stopped testing well, to climate change. This encompassed everything. And now people are done with that. The hantavirus thing, that was gone before it even, the American people were like, nah, we're not buying it. Then they've dropped it.
Yeah.
Democratic socialism, if you watch now, open your eyes and watch what they're using that term as if they go together. They don't. First of all, we're a republic. We're a constitutional republic, not a democracy.
Right.
There are democratic pieces of that republic. They are using democratic socialists to imply that your vote still matters in socialism, but it doesn't. And so don't be beguiled by this. They put it in front of a focus group, and the focus group told them, if you say it like this, then more Americans will buy it. It is straight up socialism and communism. And I am an ardent opponent of that. And so were the founding fathers, and God is not for it either. People will tell you that religion encourages people to encourage socialism. No, it doesn't. It encourages you being the best you can be, being productive, industrious. That's what it does.
Well, and it's still like, I've literally heard people say like, your God was a socialist, talking about Jesus was a carpenter and a socialist or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, no, because he wasn't giving to Rome so that Rome could redisperse. He was healing people. He was giving them bread because he was able to. And you, as an individual, ought to be allowed to give that to those who you choose.
Even God only asked for 10%.
Right.
Government's like, we'll take 35.
Yeah.
No.
Because people have placed government before God. And they're willing to goose step to the 35.
They've lulled us into this little by little.
Right.
Little by little, drip by drip. And now look at us. And now we're at a place where we need hardcore Americans.
Yeah.
It's just the bottom line. So I'm going to go back to your question. Why run? Because we need hardcore patriots that are going to fight for the American people.
Yeah.
I can't tell you if I'm going to be successful. I don't know. But I'm certainly not going to wave the white flag.
Right.
If you haven't figured one thing out from me, I'm relentless.
Yeah.
I'm a dog with a bone, man. And look, you take nothing with you in this life.
Yeah.
I've taken plenty of dead bodies out of a house.
Yeah.
We take their wallet out so we have their ID. They go with nothing. Maybe the clothes on their back, which eventually get cut off of you at the medical examiners anyway.
Yeah.
You go with only to be dressed for whatever they put you in the coffin in. That's it. That's what you leave with. So you better find a purpose in life. And that's what you should be. My wife and I, the reason we continue to be successful and the reason we are able to traverse these hard times is because we are focused on an eternal perspective. Where my position is and where I stand with God is far more important to me than winning an election or worrying about what you think of me or you think of me or any of those people. I am laser focused on progression among, being the best me that I can be. And I'm laser focused on protecting freedom because I think that is a godly principle that Satan works hard every day to take away.
I agree.
He wants you to not have freedom. He thinks he can live your life better than you. That's what he wants. He wants to strip you of freedom. And I refuse to be part of that. And I will fight for freedom until my last breath. And so I am in a position to do it. And it would be, what kind of man am I if I walk away because money meant more to me or ease of life? Not going through the painful process of putting your life, your liberty, or your fortune and your sacred honor on the line.
Right.
That's a real man.
And you have a target painted on your back now. You're willing to take on these burdens because you've had so many blessings, right? And I mean, I don't mean to be a cornball about it, but to quote Spider-Man, Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. And I don't know who your opponent is. I don't even want to mention his name, but he's a nobody, right? And who knows what he actually believes. But you've been on record for years. You have tons more people that know you and who you are and what you believe, and they back you like adamantly. You are the right man for the job. I am super proud to call you my friend, to be able to text you and go, brother, I want you in this podcast because I'm going to push this as hard as I can. Because I do believe in you. I do believe in your cause. And I've had a ton of people reach out because you were on the podcast before and go like, oh, well, do you think he's actually going to do right? And I'm like, you don't understand. That man is the exact same man off camera as he is on.
I could have easily have just walked away from all this and said,
right,
I'll go back to my making way more money than I'm going to make in Congress.
Right. And it way less effort.
The fact that I withstood the bombs should tell you I am the guy that you need in DC right now.
Yeah.
Even like one of the radio hosts who wasn't really super friendly about it, he was going off. And at the end, he's like, but the one thing I know about Sheriff Lamb is he will always vote the right way. He will vote the conservative way. He will vote for freedom, the Constitution. And so the people who watch me work know that that's the case.
Yeah.
I've stood alone plenty of times, and I don't love it. It's not fun to stand on an island by yourself.
Right.
But at the end, like where a man stands for God, or where a man stands for freedom, he stands with God. Where a man stands alone for freedom, he still stands with God.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you are standing up for freedom, you're in the right place. Whether you're alone or not, you're in the right place.
I have said it multiple times before, and I will, I'm sure, say it again. When people ask me about you, I refer to you as righteous. And there aren't very many people that I refer to under those contexts, because I do trust you. I do know your ilk. I do know how you operate. And I have yet to see anything deviate from understanding what I know about you. You have always been a man of your word. You have always fought for freedom. And you, I'm sure, never thought about running for Congress when you were a sheriff. And what
did you say? That was the last position I wanted to run for.
Right.
It's not a promotion.
Right.
It's a demotion.
Right.
Sheriff is the best job in politics, probably other than president, but better than president, because president you can't please anybody.
Right.
Sheriff, you have a tangible opportunity to change your community and make a difference.
Right.
Congress is not that. Congress is you are in the legislative branch, and you are one of 435. You are not the last voice for, and you don't have a gun. I'm going to have a gun. Yeah. I already told the guy there, I'm carrying a gun in my backpack and on my side.
Right.
And just know that whenever you see me in DC, I'm packing.
Yeah. This is the Lunatics and Legends podcast. We fully endorse Mark Lamb for Congress and CD5 here in Arizona.
Make sure to get out there and vote in the primaries July 21st from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
See you there.